I'm back. So, Liz, what are your thoughts on the trans community?
Wait, what?
Huh?
I'm not
I'm playing
necessarily
Toontown.
talking about that shit. We're complaining as old men, as old white privileged men.
Yeah. We're using our privilege.
Clam, you're white.
Yeah. You didn't think I was white?
I'm technically
I-
I don't
white.
know.
I'm
well,
a dark
no,
white.
I'm technically Hispanic, but I'm basically fucking white.
So
Yeah.
you're just like, clam.
Yeah, Clam was
I
an
thought you
actual
were a
seashell this
crustacean.
whole time.
I got stuck in a lamp post. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh my
How much
goodness,
left
you
do you have now?
46.
6?
Yeah, I've downgraded to 6. No, 46.
Oh, you're tiny.
Yeah, I didn't like the tiny head anymore. It hurt my feelings.
Oh, I missed it. I missed you with tiny head.
Oh, well, it's in a video.
Oh.
It should be on YouTube now.
I'll look for it.
We have to keep making videos to keep Blake company on the ship.
Is he gonna watch them?
Yeah, he's been watching
Fucking
them.
better.
I messaged him and he didn't respond to me. So if he has Wi-Fi, then what gives?
He's probably busy because he is
Yeah.
working.
He's
Oh,
finally
boy.
doing something other than Toontown. Lexi's
yeah.
online too. I met up with her.
Yeah,
in the
I just told her we were in Discord, but she's streaming to people. But she is online. Toontowning.
Streaming, huh?
She's streaming a movie to her friends, I think.
Oh.
Or that's what she said. A horror movie, allegedly.
Oh yeah, she's probably in this other server that I used to be in. I do not want to go there. That place is a horror story in itself. That's where I first learned.
Server.
That's where I first learned about Discord sleep calls.
What is that?
It's where
You sleep in a call?
yeah, where you and your Discord kitten, when they get eepy, you get into a
Discord kitten.
Yeah,
Why'd
you
you say it like you and your Discord kitten? Like that's a normal thing.
Oh yeah, it is. You don't have a Discord kitten?
Not yet.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
Can I
mean, to
join
be-
the server? Maybe I'll get one.
You definitely get one if you go there, dude. For sure.
Dang, all my toon tasks suck. I don't want to do any of these. Whatever.
Yeah, it was like I got asked to do the sleep thing, and I was like, I'm not gonna sleep next to my computer all night with headphones on and shit. And it's like, oh no, just put your thing in there. I'm like, well, I'm a responsible adult. I turn my computer off at night. And they're like, "Oh, download it on your phone." No.
So whack.
No, sorry. I don't know.
One time my friend fell asleep in a Discord call and she was just snoring the whole time. And it really ruined the vibe for everyone else. We kicked her from the call.
Everybody just starts
Man,
yawning.
could you shut the fuck up?
It's funny. Liz, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay. You've probably seen how the world has changed so quickly
What do you mean by that?
in your lifetime.
We're gonna come back to the topic. The
Well,
world's
no,
come to shit. You need to join
it's
the
just-
army.
Yeah, it's changing really fast. I think we should join the army.
I don't
But
think
yeah.
I'd make it.
I'd be there, cheering you on. Blake would be on a boat. We'd be able to wave to him once in a while. It'd be sick, dude.
Yeah.
When he said that he did marine transport, I thought he meant like driving cars for the Marines. And I was like, okay.
Oh, like trucks.
I was like, all right.
Yeah, he's
like
running
an Uber for
He's running
the
cocaine
Marine.
down to Mexico. Sell it back.
It's a fancy way of saying he a boat driver.
Yeah, I figured that out after I followed him on Instagram and realized he was driving bus. And promptly blocked him on Instagram.
I don't
You
fuck with
fucking
people who
blocked him.
fuck with boats.
Yeah, he would send me the foulest stuff, and I'd be at work, I'd open it, and then I'd have to like live with the fact that I just saw that while at work.
Yeah, he's kind of a nuisance to society.
That sounds like Blake.
It is
Yeah.
Blake. Just imagine when he sends Brandon his literal nutsack. Spoiler alert.
I blocked him on
And I'll be-
Snapchat too.
Oh,
He would just send
yeah.
me
Oh,
pictures of
you-
him like laying in bed shirtless, and I'm like, okay.
What the
I didn't
fuck? Are
even
you
see-
serious?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
all
this is
the
some good ammo.
Oh,
What a fucking.
Luckily, I'm
weirdo.
recording it all. It'll go into the next episode.
we got documentation, baby. Let's get into this investigation.
Yeah, I can share my knowledge of our interactions. My relationship with like everybody is pretty timid, and like I like it that way. You know, that's how I try to foster my relationships. Is like sending me a nutsack. I feel would be like a really weird boundary that like.
to cross. I
Yeah,
don't think you
you
can
know.
come back from that.
I mean, full discretion. I'm afraid to say it now. We probably could. It wouldn't be the end of the world to me, but it's like, like he'd probably regret it, you know.
It's like
probably-
opening a
For
door
each
to
other,
something.
Jesus.
Yeah, he'd feel icky about it later, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah. So you know, I haven't really, and he sends me stuff on Instagram, but it's usually just funny or weird shit, you know. But nothing like disgusting. So he even crosses that like boundaries that I haven't set up or anything, but he like goes further with you, Liz. He doesn't send me anything disgusting,
Well, I mean, it's pretty. It's. I don't.
including
it's pretty
the
obvious.
shirtless pictures.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were right.
It's pretty obvious. Right when you said shirtless pictures, I was like, oh god, okay,
he's doing stupid shit.
he's thirsty. He just wants attention.
Well, who doesn't?
Me? Fuck that.
Well, you have a happy, healthy relationship, from what I understand.
Happy, healthy,
Healthy
Living
the
relationship.
dream. Hee 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 hoo hoo hee hoo hee hee hoo hee.
Oh.
Uh, little Winky Wonderpoof. I wonder how they identify in real life.
Little Winky. That's their full
You,
government
you want to
name.
see my pronouns on Discord? Go look them up.
Is it an Apache helicopter?
No, go look it up. It's funny.
That's what I identify as.
All you gotta do is click my profile and it says my pronouns.
Oh, hold
Who's?
on.
Dark and Lord. Fucking edgy.
That's not it. Go look, Brandon.
The one and only.
I just see it's written in like
Hieroglyphics or
Sanskrit.
something.
Yeah.
That's a description. That's not a fucking pronoun. That's
I
a
don't see
description.
I don't see the pronoun.
You'll see it, bitch. You just gotta look. It's underneath the description.
It says Discord member since,
What the fuck,
and
dude?
then note.
No, you gotta, how do
I
you,
don't know,
how do you-
dude. I'm like,
how do you, he is, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know how to find it.
Did they
yeah.
remove it? Are you fucking kidding me?
Damn, get rolled.
Hold up. No. Oh, you gotta, yeah,
Your pronouns were too based, dude.
yeah, they removed it.
Damn, they took it personal. Yo, that's censorship. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is censorship. Fucking fascists.
Fucking A, man. It really do be your own.
Hold up. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
New side quest unlocked.
Yeah. Oh, they removed it. Yep, it's there. It's below my name now.
Oh, yeah. I did see that. I
There
shan't
she
repeat
is.
it.
Just say it, dude. It's two separate words.
I'm still
Shitbox.
pretty sure the first one gets you in trouble.
All right, fine. I'm gonna
It
change
flashed.
it to
It
Nick.
flashed. Yeah.
Nig.
Nick.
Nig.
Nick.
Nig.
How did I
Nick.
change?
I'm not
We'll
gonna
do-
engage with that.
So, anyways,
What are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Come back, whatever he says. I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't understand I don't understand what the hell you're saying.
have you guys
I don't
seen?
understand what the fuck are you talking about?
Are you guys aware of like what the Daily Wire is?
Yes,
No.
but I don't know really.
It's like a
I'm aware
collection
of
of the like sort of alt-right, you know, like political talking heads, like Ben Shapiro, Steven Crowder, and shit like that.
I like Ben Shapiro, but Steven Crowder, he pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. He's actually
Steven
fucking
Crowder
annoying.
needs to die, honestly.
Yeah, he's
Like,
he's like when I was first listening to him, and I was like, this guy has facts. Like, let's go. But then I started like getting to know more about him, and that dude's a piece of shit. I'm not gonna lie.
when Sam Cedar makes him look like an asshole, it's a problem, dude. I don't know if you saw that. Even like Meat Canyon made a video about it, I think, or maybe it was like one of the other like cartoon creators or something. But it was like, oh yeah, no, it's the guy who does the 3D like uncanny videos, the more computer graphic kind of shit instead of animation. But even he did something about like Steven Crowder being like ridiculously afraid of Sam Cedar. I don't know if you know who Sam Cedar is, but
I'd never heard of him.
you should definitely look it up if you Sam Cedar versus Steven Crowder.
I
And
saw
look for the funny animation one.
I saw Steven Crowder and Joe Rogan get into an argument.
Yeah, that's another one. When Joe Rogan makes you look like a fucking idiot, like it's an issue, dude.
Yeah.
The man's had concussions out the wazoo. He's just lucky to be like have his wits about him, man.
Yeah, Joe Rogan really is like
He's
I'm not gonna
smart
say
in
he's
some ways. He's not.
Yeah, I'm not
dumb.
gonna say he's smart. He's definitely not dumb. But the thing is he is
He's a
he is
doofus.
he is a doofus. But he is liberal. But the thing is his mind is sharp in the sense of like he can see bullshit. He has a lot of
Yeah.
common sense, which in my opinion is
Yeah, he's
way
got a
more
lot of
important
street
than
smarts.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he's talking about something, he asks nothing but questions, and questions eventually lead you to the answer if you ask enough questions. And in my opinion, I think he is like he's on top of his shit. What the
Yeah.
fuck did I
Well, Joe Rogan's a great interviewer. That's for sure.
100%. That yeah,
Um,
there's that too. That's true.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, so, anyways, the reason why I brought up the Daily Wire is because there's I keep getting advertisements for it. I'm not like I've never watched any of their videos or anything. Like, I'm not like super into that shit. But it was real. It keeps showing up in my YouTube Shorts feed. Is like an advertisement. I guess they're making a movie called Lady Ballers. And it's about like dudes just being like, I identify as a woman, and then going and playing sports and like dominating every sport they play.
That sounds funny.
And it actually does look kind of funny. I have to give it to them, man. Like their trailer looked good. It might be complete ass, but they like marketed that shit super well and like put a lot of money and effort into it. And I'm interested to see how that goes.
I'm interested to see where the world's gonna be when all this shit finally blows over. Everyone's done being a bunch of cunts.
Yeah, it will be
You know what I
interesting.
mean? I miss the early 2000s where no one was really complaining. The country was unified. There was a common cause.
You know why, dude? 9/11, baby.
Yeah, it was clearly 9/11. I think 9/11 was definitely the turn of the century, but it was also the internet too, because there was
Yeah,
a limited access of the internet.
that's true. What were you guys
But
doing during 9/11?
I think it was at school.
I was in
I was too.
kindergarten.
Damn, I was in middle school. I was in 6th grade, I think. And I remember I was in typing/internet class.
Rocket Man.
And I really didn't know or like understand how devastating that shit was. I'm sure you guys
Yeah,
didn't either.
I didn't.
I did.
Not,
Well, no, not as an infant, but because I live literally right next to New York City.
Oh yeah, you
Oh
must have.
yeah.
How was your 9/11, Liz?
I was a baby, so I don't
yeah,
remember
she didn't have a consciousness.
it. But from my house, you can see, or you could see, we have pictures of like, you could see all the smoke.
Damn.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
tourist attraction.
Oh yeah. Our town has like a perfect view of the city where my best friend lives. Like she lives right by the skyline, so her family is kind of horrified.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like the thing you can like know now in good conscience is that New York probably isn't the next one hit, right? If something happens, it's got to be the Bay Area. It's got to be California, if you ask me.
It's any like central city, and it also depends on.
But like imagine if like the internet stops working or like all social media goes down. All of Google, all of every website basically like maybe not
Is it
every.
all on the West Coast? Like any like
I'm
internet
sure they
hosting?
I'm sure they've branched it out. I think the internet's different. I don't think they'd be able to wipe the whole internet. I think that I misspoke there, but what I'm talking about is like wiping out like Google or like which is
Google.
YouTube, which is and then Facebook and Instagram. Like that's a lot of people's like life
Mm.
in
Google.
privileged areas, you know.
Google.
People who have phones.
I kind of want. I kind of want social media to be severely limited.
I think it should be 9 to 5, dude. It should be open like a business. That's my solution. That's my instant take like solution. That's the
Oh,
best
like it
thing.
gets shut off at like
Yeah.
after 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I just think it should be fucking gone. Like you can't scroll on your feed and nothing goes viral anymore. Uh,
Yeah.
that's what I think.
I think that yeah, I could see like what I think when it comes to that, like what you're talking about. I think that TikTok and anything with the format of TikTok, which all of the social media things have created, right? Or
Get
followed.
back!
Like
Get back!
Instagram has the shorts kind of thing, or YouTube shorts rather. Instagram is reels. Everything
Yeah.
has its own version of TikTok built inside of it now. That's the most addicting and the most damaging one because it's
Oh,
so
hell
many
yeah.
short clips, attention span grabbing, you know, shit that's can be so out of context that can rile somebody up just based off of a 30-second clip and just
Land
like
teleport?
so yeah, that's the thing that I'm just like, dude, if you got to get rid of anything, that's the first one for me that's got to go.
Oh,
TikTok and
I
anything else in
agree.
that format.
Yeah. This. Have you ever heard of TikTok brain?
Um, maybe, uh, maybe not specifically, but but yeah,
So, essentially, it's basically just like destroying a mainly, I guess, a child, really, but
I've
destroying a
seen that.
person's yeah, it destroys their like um their attention span. And like I saw a video, it was a podcast. I saw a video of this dude, I think, interviewing what it was like an extreme feminist, and she like had, you could tell she had TikTok brain. She
Yeah,
couldn't sit still. Like she was like wiggling, like I don't know how, she was like wiggling left and right like really quickly, and
yeah,
like responding with absolute dry like responses. Like he would ask an intellectual question and she would just be like, "Yeah," and like while bobbing back and forth. and then
Yeah.
just like looking elsewhere and then looking back and just like, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question, like that? And he's like, you have TikTok brain, like you're fucking dumb, like you're not even engaging in this conversation at all. And he was like, can you like engage? And at the time, asking your significant other the question, like your boyfriend, asking your boyfriend about if he thinks about the Roman Empire was a trending thing. That was trending. Everyone was doing it. It was it.
Yeah.
Do you remember? That was like
Yeah.
a huge thing. And she was like, I don't know. While she's bobbing back and forth, "Well, do you think about the Roman Empire?" And the guy's like, "Get the fuck out. You're brain dead. You're literally brain dead."
Well, a lot
So
of
like,
young people are like that.
yeah, but like
Not a
this,
majority,
like
but a lot.
you could
Yeah.
tell that her life is TikTok, like, or Reels or social media. Like she has no, like there's nothing beyond that. In far as intelligence and like critical thinking and
Yeah.
being considerate, all she's good at is watching very very short reels of like what you just said needs to be gone.
Yep. Well, dude, I've seen these videos of like literal children, like 5-year-olds and shit, or even younger in some cases, where they have a tablet in front of them. They're in a diaper, wearing nothing but a diaper, you know, like with a tablet, and they're like swiping on these fucking things, like shoom, 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 shoom.
iPad babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, iPad babies. Yeah,
And then like,
that's definitely the start of it all.
yeah, and sometimes they're like crying when they're doing it. They're like, it's not like enough cool shit. And I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
Imagine that machine gunning through content. Scroll, 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 scroll. This is
Yeah.
not good enough.
Dude, that's a developer if I ever saw one. You know,
Yeah.
they need to be programming. It's crazy.
Bad.
So
I definitely, if I ever have children in my life, I definitely want to be outside. I want to lead by example, so I probably won't have my phone on me, or I'll probably downgrade to like a phone where I can just call people. And I'll probably try and be outside more than I am inside, which is going to be hard because I like to video game. Maybe I can like give myself some scheduling, but like I want to go camping, I want to go outside, I want to go fishing, I want to go do sports with like my children,
yeah,
go-karts, maybe build a fort, stuff like that. Get them out
yeah,
of the
dude.
house.
Yeah, I think that, you know, once you get to that point, it's you know, your life will be in a different spot where it'll make more sense to, you know, make those changes. You won't feel so inclined to do video games when you
Maybe,
have
yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe.
That's the truth. So, you know, all those things will be secondary. And the unfortunate part about having a kid is that, like, you lose a lot of your relationships, like friendships and stuff. And not necessarily lose them, but they maybe even just turn into, like, a different capacity, you know?
Yeah, I've experienced that firsthand with pretty much most of my friends.
Yeah. When they have a kid, they kind of disappear.
Yeah, not willingly. Like, the thing is like they invite me all the time, but
Well, you got to do shit on their terms, essentially.
yeah, pretty much. I can't really have them over here.
Yeah. So it is a struggle, dude. But at the same time, when you have that kid, it's kind of like a little miracle that, you know, you just love more than anything inherently. Well, not as a dude. As a dude, it takes some time.
I'm sure. Because
But,
it's like that's a thing. About 7 years later, oh, it's actually breathing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's when my kid was first born, I was like, dude, alien. Straight
Yeah.
up. Like, but for some reason, when I held her for the first time, I just started crying and I didn't know why. Like, I wasn't thinking about it, you know? It just happened.
Probably because it's a fucking absurdly peak of a moment. Like I don't think it gets
It's
any better than
spiritual,
that.
dude. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
spiritual. For
like
sure.
it's a transcending.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but yeah, for a long time, I was just like, do I love this creature? Like, you know, for maybe the first 6 months, it was kind of like, I love you, but like, do I really? Like, you know, like I'm doing everything for you and everything. Like I'm not. It's not going to sacrifice, or it's not going to take away from what I'm doing, even if I can't fully acknowledge that. Like I instantly love this thing, but you know, eventually it grows on you. And as a dude, I feel like it just takes some time. But as a woman, it's fucking instant. And I think it's because they were birthed from them, you know? It's like
Possibly. I
they
have
shared
no idea.
they shared the womb, and they
Not all the time, though. I mean,
Oh,
postpartum
definitely.
depression
Yeah,
is a thing
postpartum is definitely for
where you
real.
can give birth to a child and then absolutely have like nothing but disgust towards it. That's just your brain.
Yeah.
That's something that happens with women sometimes.
I've definitely read a couple articles where women threw their babies in a dumpster.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's like a real condition, and there's not like a whole lot of
See,
um help for that.
no, my ex had some crazy postpartum shit, but it was all angled at me. It was like, fuck you, I'm going to go out and drink and drive and do whatever the fuck I want, and you can like have no life. You could watch our kid. And I was like, for the most part, I just did it. It's like whatever. But she was a
Sounds like-
raging bitch to me.
Holy
She took
shit.
everything out on me after that, and I took the brunt for as long as I could, till she broke my
Lord.
fucking windshield with one of my Rockstar energy drinks
Dang.
while I was driving. Yeah, it was sick.
From the inside or the
Lord.
outside?
From the inside.
Oh, dang.
Dude, I would have been so fucking angry. Oh my
Well, yeah, I
God.
broke up with her right after that. Like she'd already
Yeah.
been violent before. But no,
Maybe
it was
her
like
hormones were raging or something.
it was that, but also I knew how to push her buttons, I'm not going to lie. I was 22 years old, you know, like I was a young kid basically. And then like the other thing was that like I was paying I decide she really wanted to go back to school to become a vet technician, right?
That's cool.
And yeah, I supported it, right? I was like, okay, let's get you there, you know? So we were both working before that, and then obviously I took over all the work, and I was making salary. I was running a pizza shop, so it was fine.
Oh,
but-
I've heard this story. It was a long time ago, so you're gonna have to retell it.
Yeah. No, like so it was like, okay, well, I'll pay the bills and like pay for you to go to school. She wasn't saving money anyways. All of her money, making the same amount if not more than me at the time, was going somewhere, and I don't fucking know where, because I was still paying rent, and she would chip in for other things, you know, but so it wasn't all me at the time when she was working, but it was still mostly
Might as well
me.
be all you.
It was mostly me, a majority. Maybe not even mostly. Maybe it was just 60% or 70% or something. Either way, regardless of whatever that. But she, so I supported her, and I was like, okay, so, and it's not like I was her dad, and I like supervised, like I was like, oh, like, what classes are you taking? I just let her pick what she needed to pick, right? All I knew is that it's a really prestigious program, so you need good grades. And I come to find out she's picked like some interesting things for her first wave of classes, right? It's like bowling is one of them, ballet is another one of them, and then like some other artsy craftsy thing. She dropped out of like two of the time she threw the Rockstar can. She had told me she was like failing all of her classes, and she actually dropped one without telling me. And I was like, well, doesn't that like compromise like your whole plan? You know, like I figured you were doing this just to get the easy A's, just to start things off, you know? Which even then I was just like, I was still supportive. I was like, okay, like go ahead, do ballet and bowling and whatever, pottery or whatever the fuck. But, yeah, no, it was like crazy shit to be like there was nothing like that actually like they technically contributed towards the education because you need like certain kinds of like electives and stuff, but like at the same time, it was like nothing like if you don't pass the basic math requirements, like you're not going to get it anyways. So like, why don't you start with like the basics and like not spend $200 on ballet shoes and then like not go to class and
I can't see. I
and
can't see. I can't see.
and the icing on top of all of it was that she actually found her current husband while dating me in those classes that I paid for.
Clam, you coming?
Yeah. So yeah, it's it was a really interesting move, and I'm glad that she's happy now, you know, and whatever, but
Yeah, that's pretty fucking interesting. Fucking
oh, there you guys are.
plot twist.
Well, yeah, no. So, yeah, she threw the Rockstar can because I was like, "You failed ballet? Like, what's going on? Like, how could you do this? Like, doesn't that like fuck up your whole thing?" And she's like, "You know what? Fuck you!" Picks the fucking unopened Rockstar can out of my drink holster. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Throws it at the fucking dashboard. I'm like, I'm on a street. I'm driving. Why?
Sense.
Just because you hate me and you're cheating on me doesn't mean you gotta fucking put our lives in danger, you dumb, lovely
Dumb
person
fucking
is what I meant.
No, use your words.
No, this is a broadcast.
Use your words.
She's filing
fucking
child
words.
support against me, dude. They make fucking infinitely more money than me.
Oh my god, what a cunt.
Yeah. Dude, every time she's asked for me to pay for something, I've been like, got it. No questions asked. Just here it is. Here's the money. I don't need a receipt. Blam. Easy. Filing for child support without ever talking to me about it was one of the most wild things that's happened to me. It honestly hurt my feelings so fucking bad, dude.
Yeah, it should have. It's fucking bullshit.
It's for people who can't settle. Like, why don't you talk to me first before you fucking call the government on my ass? Peace.
For real.
Yeah. I don't know. I would never take back my child. I love her to death. She's the reason I haven't put a bullet in my brain. But god damn, could it have just been anybody but her, man?
I know, right? I was about to
Anybody
say.
but this chick.
Man, you really won the lottery, didn't you?
I mean, it's not the worst, right? There's definitely been worse cases. you
Yeah,
know?
you'd be dead.
Yeah, no, there'd be.
You could be dead from her, and your child could be dead too,
Yeah.
or made brain dead and paralyzed forever
Mhm.
while you're like dead.
Yeah.
You could just be dead.
I mean, I don't want to get too dark here. That's what I want, man. More than anything, I'm like, yo. If I didn't have anybody else here, like my kid or my mom,
Come move
or
to
my sister,
Louisiana.
I'd blow my fucking brains out in a heartbeat, no
In
question.
Louisiana.
Oh no. I was saying
Dude.
if like my kid and my mom and my sister didn't exist, like
Oh well, hell yeah! I feel like anybody would. That's normal. That's a normal thing to say.
yeah. Well, I've thought about it since a very young age. I've always been very like why am I fucking
Warren,
here?
piggy boy.
You would change your mind if you went to the Museum of Death in New Orleans.
That's why I think the army would have been good for me, dude.
Yeah, if you would have seen what it looks like to have someone's brains blown out, it's like, nah, I changed my mind about that shit. Good
Oh,
lord.
sadly, I have seen that. There was this one fun weed pickup I was gonna do when I was visiting Southern California with a girlfriend of mine, and she was showing me around like her old stomping ground because she went to college there, right? And she's like, "Oh, my friend Brian or whatever the fuck, he sells weed and we can go pick some weed up from him. You know, he's right around the corner." I was like, "Okay." And she texts him or calls him and like it's all chill. So we like drive there and like we pull up and we park and we start walking across the street right into the apartment. We hear plop, 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 plop. And it's like, oh, that's weird. Somebody's shooting off fireworks or something, you know? Like, I've never been around gunshots at that point. And so, like, we walk up to the door and the dude's just dead with his fucking brains out, the fucking blood. People are crying and screaming. And as we're walking up to the place before we see the scene, obviously, there's like a car skirting around, fucking hot wheeling it through the streets away, and it still didn't even click because I was so innocent and like so like, sheltered from things like that. Where like we still walked up to the door, and just like saw this gruesome scene, and it was like, oh, and we stood there for like a minute, but we didn't know anybody else that was there. I didn't know anybody. She knew the guy with the brains blown out, and
Not no mo.
yeah, and yeah, some other people had been shot too. They weren't fatal. They like got shot in the stomach and stuff, and it was just like, dude, that's crazy. All that for some weed.
Were you like ever what's it called?
The police came, and we had to answer a couple things, but like we didn't know enough, and like we stayed out of the scene, because we didn't know anybody else.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys were like, we were just trying to visit our friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Did you know he was Did you know that he was a known fucking weed smuggling dealer?
What
do you mean?
No.
What's that? What's weed? What?
All I know is Pokemon cards. And
Yeah,
shit. I don't know what is a what. I never heard of a weed.
Yeah, you mean like daisies or
you
something?
mean a weeb?
Oh, those didn't exist back then.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, dude, people do some crazy shit for drugs. Like, I had a friend get his fucking jaw, I guess like broke in half and like detached from a crowbar because the weed he sold yeah, because he got $5 less on the weed that he sold to my friend. Shit, I got this backwards. He was selling weed. The friend screwed him over by giving him less money. It was like $5 less.
Yeah.
And the dude that gave the money got his jaw like fucking broken open.
Jesus.
Like, why would you do that? why would you do that? Like,
That's
you're dumb.
crazy.
It went straight to prison. Fucking done.
Yeah.
All because of $5 from weed. Stupid bitch.
Yeah, dude. That's where I got my felonies from, was weed.
Really? That's fucking bullshit. It's so funny because nowadays it's not criminalized anymore.
Yeah.
No.
That shit should be expunged from you.
It probably could be.
It should be.
See, the only problem was that, like, at the time, it was right before Schwarzenegger made it legal in California, like the year before. So the cop was like telling me that, like, oh, like, too bad you didn't just wait, you stupid, And I was like, oh, too bad you just pulled me over and illegally searched my car and somehow this shit's going through. But, yeah, no, my girlfriend at the time, the same one whose buddy's brains got blown out, she, like, snitched immediately. Like, we were moving back from Tahoe, right? We dropped off at the Bay Area, picked up half a pound of weed, not even that much, and we had a couple $1,000 left over, in the savings, and we just we were going to go to Oregon, actually, of all places. Just drive up there, we've got enough for a down payment on an apartment, or the first and last month or whatever. Let's just go up there, sell this weed, find jobs, and fucking start there. And I got pulled over right before we were about to leave, right after we had picked up the weed.
Of course.
And she was like, "Here's our plan." Like once she got into a cell, dude, or like an interrogation room separated from me, she's like, "Here's everything that's ever happened, like that we've done illegal." And I was like, "No, say nothing." No.
Weak-minded, Jesus.
They're
What
like. They're like, okay, so on October 4th, we already know that you did this. And I'm like, I plead the fifth. Like, son of a bitch. I'm just hearing their
Plead the
list of
fifth.
things I've done wrong. And like, other crimes I'm about to commit and all this shit. And I'm like, God damn it, dude.
I'm about to commit the devious of crimes. I'm going to pass nuts inside water tower.
Oh my God, Brandon.
They'll never stop me. I am super villain.
Fucking assassinate.
But yeah, so after I got the charges, right, I took 2 felonies so that she wouldn't take any. It was her car. It was her fault that we had any felonies on the
Man, I
table.
would have been like, fuck that bitch. Fuck no, I wouldn't have done that. You fucking stupid.
Well, what
It's really stupid.
Cunty.
I mean, what I ended up doing was just like saying like, this is how I break up with her. I take the charges, right? This
Oh
is
my God, you're so stupid.
I know, 21-year-old brain.
Fuck.
Oh my
21-year-old
God.
brain. It's I admit it. I was definitely I'm still stupid, you know.
Yeah.
Not
dumb
that
as fuck.
stupid though. But yeah, but when I first got out, I was like, okay, how do I get this expunged, right? And they were like, well, at the moment for your charges, it was distribution charges, you know. So like they're felonies and it was decently serious. I was like $50,000 bond, you know, or bail. So I had to sit in jail every time I went. Like it was like, we ain't paying this shit, you know? Like I remember the first night in jail, I was like, I called my fucking parents like multiple times. I was like, please get me out of here. Like, get me the fuck out of here. And they're like, no, it's $50,000. We're not doing it. Like, good luck. I was like, no, my claustrophobia.
Oh my God, that must have
Oh.
been fucking horrific.
It was so bad, dude.
All these dudes just sitting next to you like, God damn it.
And the air, dude, like in county jail, there was no windows. So it was just like a big room with like 200 bunks, like bunk beds, you know? And just so like 400 dudes in like one big room with no ventilation. It just smelled like
Oh my
ass
God,
and you
that
couldn't
smells
fucking
horrible.
breathe, dude.
Oh,
You couldn't
no.
breathe. And the showers had glass windows open up to the lobby, dude.
What the fuck kind of lobby is that?
The county lobby. Like the public could view you.
What?
Yes. It was so torturous. I was like, I'm not showering here while I'm here. Like, I don't know what to say.
Fuck. No wonder it was musky as shit in that jail cell or holding cell or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, county was decrepit. That was San Jose. It was like the worst ever, but I'm sure it's better now.
My friend got put in jail because he was hanging out with someone who stole. And at the time, my friend was 18, but the person who stole was 16. So the person who stole was just sent home and screamed at by his
Oh
parents.
my
But my friend who
God.
was 18 got put in jail and didn't steal at all.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, it fucked him over for a very, very long time.
What did they steal?
They stole cologne at Walgreens or something.
Wow. Dude, I got
Well-
caught stealing too one time.
Well, my friend didn't steal. He was just there trying to get drinks, like
Yeah.
Coke. And yeah, the other dude stole cologne, and my friend was guilty by association and went to jail.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad.
That's shitty. It's really shitty.
Yeah, I got caught stealing a pea coat from a place that we called the Rapey because it was called therapy, but they put like some weird extra space in between the E and the R. so it made it look like it was called the Rapey.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, and me and my buddy, we both stole a coat at the same time, and we just booked it and ran. We're like in downtown Mountain View, like a really nice area, like lots of cops. Like,
You stupid idiot.
it was so dumb. But we maneuvered our way through the alleyways and shit. Like, we knew it like the back of our hand, right? We were street rats at that point. And like, we ran into this fucking parking garage, and like we were in like the third story or something, and we were like, dude, we fucking did it. Like, we're clear. And we put on we each put on our pea coats.
We did it.
And at the exact moment we put on our pea coats, like we heard a and then like a door open and like somebody be like, get on the ground or you're getting fucking tased. And I was like, no. Fucking no.
No.
Goodbye, Peacoat.
Yeah, it was totally worth it, wasn't it?
But dude, they let us go. They just took the Peacoats and like, they said, here's your tickets, go to court. It was a misdemeanor, it wasn't like great, but it was like,
Good, at
I didn't go to jail over it. That's crazy.
What the hell's a peacoat?
It's like sort of a fancy coat, but it's wool typically. So it's really warm. They're always black for the most part and like have like a front pocket. It's like something where you could see a hobo wearing a peacoat, but you could also see like somebody dressed up nice wearing a peacoat.
Oh, okay. I'll have to Google it.
Yeah, they've got like a nice collar and everything, and yeah, they're really nice coats. This one that I stole was probably about $120.
I like bomber jackets, so I bought this bomber jacket from Express. It's like supposed to be a $200 jacket, but I got it on sale for like $90.
Yeah.
Steal.
I've got some good deals on shit like that, like especially at like some of the malls, like after the winter season or something, or like some of the defective ones where it's like, oh, thread's coming loose. That's the problem with this generation, man. We don't know how to sew. Kids these days don't know how to sew. I could sew like it's not hard. You just put the thread and just keep weaving it, man.
I know how to knit.
Yeah, I've knitted before. I've made knitted gloves.
I haven't made anything that cool before. I've knitted a little dinosaur, and then I called it quits after that.
Nice. I used to make
Was like,
knitted
dun.
friendship bracelets in high school.
Oh, that's so cute, clowns.
That's how boring life was for me, dude. Like, at my parents were
Are you
divorced.
sure you were stealing peacoats?
Nah, well, that was after high school. Immediately after. Dude, I was a fucking mischievous 17 to 21-year-old. Like, that was like, I could have died so many times. I made so many bad decisions.
I was boring.
Yeah. I remember when I went to college, I was 17, and my great uncle had passed away several years before, or a couple years before, and he had a 67 Mustang that had like 50,000 miles on it. Right?
Uh-huh.
So it was a garage Mustang basically. And everything original, nothing changed, original, even the fucking tires were original, dude. Crazy shit. And I guess the people who were running the estate valued it at $3,000. The estate was split between my mom and her sister, so it was a $1,500 vintage classic car. Like, and that was my car, but I didn't have my license until I was 18 or 19. And so when I was 17, living in the college dorms, we'd get drunk and then I'd convince a buddy to drive to my house 30 minutes away, and then I have a spare key, you know, we'll go steal my Mustang for the night and joyride that shit. Like, it was fucking wild, dude. So many times I drove drunk in that fucking Mustang. So many times I should
Holy
have died.
fuck.
Like, for
Yeah.
a year straight. It was just like, let's go get the Mustang, boys. And everybody, like, got the thrill of it. Like, there were times where, like, I'd turn on the Mustang, and, like, my parents knew I'd been stealing it here and there, right? So they're, like, on the lookout. I turn it on. They're, like, they come out the door immediately, like, hey, stop, Chris, get the fuck back. And I'm like, nope. Peel off. Let's go. We've got a beer in our hands, hanging out the window, like, yeah. So dumb, dude. I feel like I have to turn my blinker on 200 feet before a turn today, you know? Like, it's a different world.
Yeah, you've definitely changed, it seems.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I have an ounce of alcohol
bit.
in me. I'm like, dude, I'm walking. Like, it's easy. It's really easy just to walk.
We're gonna walk, brother.
Or Uber,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm gonna make you squirm.
I am literally now, as I am sitting here, I am who exactly how I am how I exactly was when I was in my early 20s. Literally, just less hyper.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that you have some different, like, perspectives, you know?
I was definitely a lot more closed-minded. I was way more conservative. Way more conservative.
I had a
Like,
phase when I was younger where I literally read the Bible in high school, dude. Like, during my lunch breaks, I was like, people are like, yo, you want to, like, go to Jamba Juice? And I'm like, nah, man, I'm going to read the Bible, see what's up in here, you know?
Fuck you. What the fuck? I
Yeah,
was going
dude.
home doing exactly what I am doing now. I went home from school and played video games.
Dude, I only had 2 video games that I played once I got to high school. It was Counter-Strike 1.4 or 1.5. It also... That was a good patch, too. And then Warcraft 3, dude. That was it. But, see,
yeah.
at my dad's house, I could play video games as much as I wanted. At my mom's house, no TV, no internet, no computer.
What the
Nothing.
fuck? Your mom was a bitch. Jesus.
No, dude, it was really good. It's really good that happened.
Fuck you. It sounds horrible. I would have been bored out of my fucking mind.
Well, my mom cooked really good food, dude. There were different, like, each house had its own privileges, right?
Yeah, that's fair. It's true.
And I'm such a sensitive person, and, like, I never want to hurt people's feelings, you know? To where, like, I wouldn't ask for more time at my dad's house. Like, I know that would hurt my mom's feelings super bad. So I would just deal with it, dude. And you know what I did at my mom's house? I did athletics. I went to the park. I fucking skateboarded. I met up with friends at parks, and we would just sit there and chill. Like, if I had been allowed to stay at my dad's, I probably would have just played video games the whole time
Hell yeah.
and never made any. Well, it was before, like, you could make friends on the internet, you know? So it was just anybody who had a microphone, which I didn't. Everybody who had a microphone was just like, fuck you, pussy, you know? Fuck you, faggot.
Yeah, those are the man. I miss those days.
I mean, they're still here, dude. Just log
They're
on
still
to
here.
Counter-Strike
It's just
2.
It's just vanilla. Like, someone calls me, like, someone says I should fucking hang myself, you faggot, on the internet. I'm like, dude, that's all you can come up with? Are you kidding me? Like, how
Degrade
vanilla?
me!
Like, Jesus Christ, are you kidding me? I was saying way worse shit as a child. You literally are a pussy.
Liz, what would
Fucking-
you say as a child to people on the internet?
I played Roblox as a child.
Oh,
I
so
would say nothing. I
Toontown
stayed
and
in my own
Roblox.
lane. Yeah.
Dude, you remember Reese, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he would literally machine gun the most offensive, obscene slurs like known to mankind within like 5 minutes.
I could
Like
see him when he
straight.
snaps. I could see it happening.
Yeah, he had anger issues as a child, so he would snap,
Me
say
too.
the N
Me
word
too. I
somehow
wouldn't say the N word.
over and over, like at least 20 times within 1.5 seconds, and then move on to the next slur, and then call their mom, like if a ran through whore. And then the lobby would end, and he would still be going, and I'd be like, race, it's over, it's done, it's done. You did it.
They're
You
not
did
here
it."
anymore.
They're not here anymore.
The bad man is gone.
Fuck those assholes. They're KD with shit. And I'm like, Reese, calm down. It's over. It's over. Good God, man.
You're not
Don't
that
do
guy.
that again.
You're
That
not
was
that guy.
horrible.
Oh man.
That was fucking horrible. It was funny as fuck, but it was like, good fucking God, bro. Tone it back a little bit, because that was slightly almost over the edge. It was
Dude.
bad. I wish you were there. It was definitely bad. God damn it. I'm like reliving it as a PTSD trauma right now. It's like, oh my God, that was fucking horrible. But it was so funny. Please do it again. And then when he does it, it's like, wait, shut up. Oh my God. I don't associate with this kid.
Chill.
He has no chill.
Well, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
What in the hell? Remesis.
Shit, I can destroy. Hi.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Laxai.
I finished the movie. I had already seen the movie.
Which
and it was
one?
a bad movie. It's called 13 Ghosts. It was like
Oh, that's
like-
old school.
Fucking classic.
yeah, and it has I remembered the movie as soon as the ghost lady with the nipples came out, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember watching
lady
this
with
on
the
the TV like on Thanksgiving with like my whole family there, and then all of a sudden like I just have it on like a random TV channel, like trying to watch normal ass movies, and then it's just like bare nipple.
Yeah, with the slash running through it, I remembered.
Yeah. Of course you remember.
What the fuck kind of
Have you ever seen House?
The
That
TV
one?
show?
No, the movie.
Yeah, she would.
It's
she
like
has
a horror
a
movie from
condition
the
called
70s.
collidilated nippleitis.
It's like a Japanese horror movie from the 70s, and it's like really camp, and it's really funny, and the graphics are really
Probably-
bad.
My ex was super into camp shit, so like honestly probably
The
yeah.
fuck does that mean? Whoa, slow down.
It's like
I might
over the
be-
top, corny, cheesy.
Camp?
Okay,
Yeah,
I
camp.
actually I heard that camp is a word that like only girls know, and I was like, there's no way that's
I know
true.
camp,
But then
yeah.
but like almost every time like I talk about camp, every girl knows what I'm talking about, and then like half the guys are like, what the fuck does that mean?
No, my boyfriend, I was talking to him about it today, and he knew exactly what I meant. But I've also, because I was describing a TV show that I want us to watch together, and I was like, it's super camp.
Is your boyfriend and I?
Fucking cringy.
Are we
Fuck.
secretly girls? What?
No,
Plot
he
twist.
just gets it.
He just
Camp?
gets it.
Dude, I
How?
want to go to Boingbury.
Campy is.
Boing.
Do you still not get it, Mike? Campy
How,
is.
but how is that
Okay,
even relevant?
have
Like, I
you- hold
thought
on,
you
hold
pitch
on.
tents when you do camping.
No.
I don't know what
It's
the origin is, but.
I also don't really know what the origin is. I just know what it means.
Oh my god. That's so toenail.
I think that. all right.
Does it
Let's-
have
Alright,
to make
pack it
sense?
up.
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me use just basic, thought processes here to think about this. Campy. When you're out camping, what are you thinking about? There's several different kinds, right? But you could be at like a Girl Scout camp or Boy Scout camp, or like you're telling like spooky stories by the fire, right? And they're always over the top. Oh, have you heard the story of the whistling man? It's like, always stupid shit, right? But like, you were young and you got into it and you like heard some scary ghost stories by the campfire, right? And I think that that's what they're alluding to, is that like it was always pretty exaggerated and pretty like, over the top. And maybe like to kids it would be scary, but to adults we might find it a little bit humorous in some ways. So
I
that
think that's a
Camp
good
means-
explanation.
does that make any? Yeah, I think that makes pretty.
I
good
think it's like
sense.
a French term. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, it was after
Yeah, we got
Camus.
the absolute
My apologies.
Okay, I figured it out. I used ChatGPT. In the context of art, fashion, or design, camp can refer to a style that is exaggerated, theatrical, or intentionally kitschy.
Yeah, but
The
what are
concept
the
is often
origins?
associated with the idea of being intentionally over the top or extravagant for artistic or humorous effect. And let me see
I still
what
don't get it.
is the
Like
origin?
ChatGPT isn't always right, by the way.
I use it to draft funny messages to people.
It's good to draft things. Oh, I went to a building. I didn't call you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Are you in it now?
It's free in Boingbury. I'll run back to it on Ratchet. You can teleport to Tancat. All of them are
Got it.
free.
I'm
go.
teleporting to Big Nutty Slimy Paws personally.
That guy got banned. I banned him personally. I am a mod of this game, and I went in and I banned him.
I
and
just
moved.
teleported to
I
him
believe
somehow.
you.
Oh no.
We have to go in this building, but you have to teleport to Ratchet first. So I'm gonna run back really fast. I think I remember the building.
Oh,
Um,
teleport
you-
to Ratchet?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
there.
oh, got
You
it.
need,
My
you need
bad.
this one though. This one I just turned into. This is Jamie.
Hey,
Back.
Oh wait, bro, this is the wrong building, my bad. You did not know what I was here for.
You just walk in. He's like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, can I help you? Oh man, there's so many eagles. I hope
The
I remember to
Dreamy-
get gags. I think I
There's
did.
Dreamy Daphne. Yeah, there you go.
There she is. Oops,
In
sorry.
the
I'm like
flash.
running into you.
Okay, I think Ratchet is at the other building.
Okay. Go to Ratchet.
And there's another building on Strong Place we need to run to, so if you could run to that, that would be sick.
Perfect. Okay, I'll do that.
Oh.
Oh,
Said
why doesn't Ed
toenail.
have a face?
So-
teleport to Tancat.
Oh, teleport to Tancat.
Yeah, and then you can teleport back to Ratchet. I'm sorry.
So
Sorry.
if you guys could change one like event in history, what would you change it to, and how, why, I guess?
Normandy, 1942.
How would you change it?
Wait, what you say, bitch?
Normandy
What?
1942. How would you
You would
Wait,
change
I
change-
wrote the wrong person.
You would change
Correction.
Normandy 1942? That never
Do I
happened.
wait? Do I go to
The back
Tancat or I go to Tancat?
Go to Ratchet and look for that last building.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
yeah.
Ratchet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tancat's about to be at another one.
So Brandon,
Okay.
why would you change Normandy?
Change it to an earlier date.
She's probably gonna get my
Oh, you want
Why?
it to happen earlier.
You're saying I'd prefer if Normandy happened in the 30s.
It just happened,
Wait,
you know?
I feel like that's a very bad decision, but okay.
Why do you want it? Hold on, hear him out.
uh,
You
I
never
think
know.
it's
Back
I
to
think it's a
Ratchet?
bad decision.
S-
It happened earlier
say here for a
because
sec.
there's
Oh,
no
sorry, I
Hitler
just left.
buzzsaw.
Oh
That's
my
okay.
god.
That's
I'm so
actually no.
sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
What
It's
the
actually
fuck are
good.
you talking about? We weren't even hardly prepared to even do anything in 42.
Exactly.
Is the building
Meat
we
grinder,
leave on the
baby.
street? I can't see it on that shit. Is it?
Yeah. It's all the
What?
way at the end by the
Man.
cash spot HQ. It's for the first task. Or my first task, which
You got
is
me fucking
Tex, the Armadillo
confused.
Pellet Company.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
We'll wait for them
All
to
the way by
finish
the
their
cash
tune
buddy.
What if
details.
Caesar never got
Yeah, I
stabbed?
remember this one. I hope it's not a. I think it's a building.
Oh, on mine it's... Oh wait, actually I'm in a building, so that's probably why it's showing up as red.
Okay, so the two things we need are buildings. So this is what
I
I'm
think
gonna
things that I would change would probably be more so in recent history instead of.
Yeah, if you could angle the airplanes at 9/11 towards a different target, where would you put it? Sorry.
Into each other.
Big Ben.
I
Big
would
Ben.
angle
I
them
like that.
to land on a runway.
Actually,
No
kind of a good
fatalities.
answer.
The
It's
world's
still a tower.
largest trampoline.
I need to go get back. Wait here for a sec. We're just gonna kill this building because we need to kill these legal evils, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then Tankcats had another building. I'm gonna go hold it with dog real fast.
Okay.
Have
Okay,
you guys
hmm?
seen the footage of
I've seen footage.
the Malaysia air flight that went missing?
Actually,
No.
There's footage of that?
Did you hear about how the
How?
pilot had like a plane
Satellites, dude.
simulator and he kept like practicing the course that they went on before it went dark? So they think it was planned and premeditated.
No, dude, there's actual like footage that's been released that's like legit footage. Like that shows a crazy picture that you won't fucking believe.
go to
I'm
Splash
skeptical.
Point. Go to Splash Point. Go to
Aliens.
Splash
I
Point.
was too.
Oh, Splash Point? Okay.
I
Yeah.
can show you what or I can find the
Okay.
footage and link it to you. But
It's about to be like aliens.
what
This
happened?
legal. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
What happened essentially was the airplane starts flying a different course, and we don't know why. That's not explained in this. But there's 3 different cameras that pick up the actual
pajama
same
place?
airplane based off of the coordinates that it was last known to be around and the course they were going. So it's still not super confirmed, but it's the same type of plane, and it makes sense based off of where it was headed. But it's 3 different cameras, 2 from satellites in space, literally,
Oh,
and
sorry.
one
I
that was a
told you.
drone actually
A
flying.
drone?
Yes.
In the middle of the fucking ocean?
Yes.
No. Why?
These are all confirmed sources by like the U.S. government too.
Why would there be a
That's the
drone in the middle of
craziest
the
part.
ocean?
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense to me. Maybe.
The pilot was a suicidal man, and he practiced the course that they went on, which was not the normal course, and it was the exact course that it veered off of before it went dark on his flight simulator, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times.
Well, here's the interesting thing: is that these 3 different cameras catch the same exact thing happening, and they're like government property shit, right? U.S. government, or like I think one of them's like Swiss or something, but they've collaborated, and this footage was actually released like right after it happened onto YouTube and re-uploaded just recently again in the last couple of months. But it shows all 3 of these cameras. It syncs them up frame for frame, like back when it happened. For it to be released the next day would be impossible for somebody to fake it based off the technology and how complex it is having 3 different camera angles. But
I don't know. I think that could be.
well,
I can think
especially when
that
the
could be
U.S.
done.
government says like, no, these are our cameras. It's just a lot of. Anyways, let's say it's skeptical. What happens is you see these little 3 orbs floating around the plane While it's flying, it's making a left turn, sort of a wide left turn, and these 3 orbs are circling around it in like different patterns. They're kind of twisting around it, a little forward on the left, a little back on the right, and like it's sort of like fluctuating, right? And then eventually they all collide on the plane, and a big fucking disc opens up in the sky, and it's like a flash kind of, and then it disappears.
I think that's fake as shit.
I mean, dude, if the U.S. government says it's not fake, I don't know.
I
what
don't
to
give a.
say.
I don't fucking trust the U.S. government. What do you fucking mean? Those dudes are like manipulating the populace so fucking heavily.
Maybe.
Fuck them.
So you think they're
That's-
using aliens as like a distraction technique? You think there's
Yeah,
no
100%. Oh yeah.
interesting?
Oh, it's
The
almost
fact that the
night.
government has came out and said
Oh.
we recognize US UFOs and have a whole division of this and this and have thousands of records of footage of unidentified whatever, to me is severely suspicious. It's like ridiculously suspicious.
I mean, the thing is that that's not necessarily true that the government said that. There were whistleblowers from the government, right?
Yeah, who I think are paid off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not beneath me to think, hey, like this could be for sure something to keep people distracted, because I do believe the reason why we haven't been cracking down on like social media or the internet or like the effects it has on the human brain
Oh, he didn't die.
is because
Yeah,
it's
my thing
got a
is so
positive
weird.
effect for controlling
Big
the
Papa.
masses, yeah. So I could see it, and like that's
You should
why,
do a dance move.
Oh.
I'm not trying to say that it's fact that's what happened to the plane, because I wasn't there, and that's kind of how I base my worldview. But I could see it. I mean, you haven't heard any news articles about it.
I heard something about it, but
You've just
I
heard it
kind of just-
I
disappeared.
remember. I'm pretty sure I remember there was that whole thing with those like recent UFO leaks too, and then like the guy went to like testify in front of Congress, and it was just a bunch of like useless bullshit. Like he didn't really
It
say
didn't
anything.
ever turn into anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the drone video a while back, and I was like, in the middle of the ocean, and then I scrolled off. I was like, yeah, that's bullshit. I kept moving.
I
I
mean,
thought it was just odd that there's a drone in the middle of the ocean that just so happens to be right next to the fucking plane that disappeared recently.
do you guys know about it's like he's like a really famous mycologist. Do you guys know what that is?
Like a
Mushroom guy.
fungology guy.
Fungology.
Fungologist.
I prefer that. Yeah, I wish they called it that. Everybody would know what it meant. You say mycologist, they're thinking like, oh,
Wait,
I don't study mica.
really?
Sorry, he's a
Yeah.
weirdo.
Yes.
I think his name is like
It's my favorite guy.
Paul
Is it insta-kill?
Stamos. No,
You should kill this guy.
what's his name?
It
John
doesn't do too
Stamos?
much damage.
No, he's definitely not
All
Stamos.
steroids.
Anyway,
Oh.
he
Nice.
was on the Rogan Experience, right? And he was like, Joe was like talking about like cooking mushrooms, like pretty, like like edible mushrooms, right? And he's like, how about portobellas? They're so delicious. They can't be good for you, right? Like it's a super innocent conversation. And this dude's like,
Oh, wait.
he's like already acting like weird and nervous at the
Oregon?
at like the thought
Oh,
of like,
yeah, he's scared to be. Yeah, he
Well,
like.
and then he's like, dude, I'll get killed if I just like put too much information out about portobello mushrooms. Like you,
Right.
I can't say anything.
And Joe was
further.
like, "What?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Can't say
Portobello mushroom
anything." He's
Yeah,
like, "All right, I'll
you saw
respect
that. You saw
Yeah.
that clip, dude. What do you think about that?
it." I'm telling you,
I
I'm
think that shit
dude.
is crazy, dude.
I'm-
It's
I'm-
like a whole different domain, basically.
Yeah, it's its own kingdom.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude. It's like there's things out there that we think we understand, but the government's light years ahead of us, and they're manipulating all of us.
Well, absolutely. Well, in some cases they're light years, but also I've heard tons of stories of people like, creating infinite money glitches or infinite energy machine style things, in their basement. And it's like, yo, it's so simple. We just do this and we could like save the world. And then they're like, goodbye.
Not good.
You never hear from the
Yeah.
guy again.
Exactly. I saw a video of a dude running a car with literally water.
That was Tesla, dude.
We can double pie this.
I don't know. It was some old dude.
Tesla came up with it, but yeah, he came up with steam powered cars.
I don't know, but like it was an old dude in his garage. So I don't know. Maybe it
Or
was Tesla.
actually, no. Maybe it wasn't Tesla. Actually, Tesla had this solar antenna. I think, dude. It was like the size of like a radio antenna on like an old car, Just a little like stick with a tiny little ball at the end of it. And this dude I think he did solar with it, and like he could run the car off that for short spurts, depending on the weather.
I have
Which is
no
still
idea.
insane.
I don't know if it would be a good thing if cars ran on water necessarily, but it would definitely beat oil.
So big oil wants you to think.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's because
Steam,
like
There was a
dude,
guy who had like
steam
a
is
full
sick.
blueprint of like how to run cars off of water, and then he like died in a really horrific way.
Well, we
A
already
lot-
have
yeah.
cars that run off water.
But they don't run efficiently.
Yeah.
It's not like practical
do you have
for
the
everybody
big
to get
weight?
one.
The big weight?
Yeah, the level 4 drop.
No, I still have the level 3.
By the time we get an efficient water
You
powered
have to
car,
kick
water's
these
gonna be
guys.
so expensive. It's gonna be like wait. Water like at a store, water is like $3 a gallon,
yeah, the
dude.
fact that I
What
think
the fuck?
water being like charged at stores is absurd.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
like,
it in a car.
Wait, what? Yeah, the water fill up station, dude. That's gonna be
It's like,
$6
why are you
a
charging
gallon.
me for water? I can just get it in the pond backyard.
I'm
And I can
amazed that they
condensate.
don't charge those fucking people to charge their electric cars. Like at my school, it's all free, and like you'll just pull it to like a Home Depot, and it'll just be like a thing out there for free.
Yeah, they're everywhere now. I see them all over the place.
I mean, it's sick as fuck, but like I know, like as soon as that shit becomes like the norm, it's gonna be like, oh, you have to swipe your card, and you're getting charged per minute that you charge.
Isn't there like a road in Germany that like is it Germany that charges an electric car as you drive on it? I don't remember if it's Germany or not, but there is a road that does
If
that.
you almost summoned Hitler by saying Germany 3 times fast, like that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, you were starting
Be
to freak me
careful.
out there for a second.
My bad.
Yeah, you chill out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if you know this, but several Jews are dying right now.
I mean,
I don't know if you know this, but I
I'm
am
not laughing.
Jewish.
Well, guess what? They're getting fucked in Israel.
What are your thoughts, Liz?
Are they?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
getting fucked.
I'm not on that side.
You're not on the Jewish side? You're on Palestinian
No.
side.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, she's a terrorist.
Well, when there's genocide happening, I will stand with the people being
didn't-
Oh,
carpet
come
bombed.
on. They're genociding each other. It's just
She
whatever.
didn't
Well,
say she
when
stands with
Gaza
Hamas.
doesn't-
She said she
I
said she
stand with
stands
the people who are
Palestine.
getting killed, like, Israel bombing a children's hospital. And then telling the civilians to flee south and then immediately carpet bombing the south. They don't care about civilians if they're telling them to flee south and then they go and drop bombs on the south. That's tactical. They're wiping out entire
propaganda.
people.
We got
It's not
propaganda.
Israel is propaganda. You're just feeding into we're
What
just
about
paying
the
them to kill people.
We
What about
found
the
where
Jewish
she's willing to go
settlements
hard. Let's
into
go.
the
Lex.
West Bank
Let's
and
go, Liz.
Gaza,
let's feed
dude?
into this.
Sorry, go ahead, Lexi. What was that?
What about the Jewish settlements? Why do they need to move their people into the West Bank and Gaza?
Exactly. This is about land, and the U.S. is funding it. The only propaganda is Israel propaganda.
Let's do girls versus boys.
I mean, I'm not. Let
I'm
me
just
get
kidding.
this
I'm
straight.
kidding.
I want to.
Everybody
No, I'm
settle
not,
down.
because I want to
My
fucking. I want to.
grandfather had family that survived the Holocaust. They had numbers written on them, and he would be disgusted that people are using Israel as a way to genocide an entire group of people. I can
She
assure
said
you that he
would
fought in
be.
World War II.
Yeah. So, all right, here's where I'm pretty in the middle on this. Like I feel like it's just not my like this is such a personal like, you know, historical moment, right? And there's a lot of history there and like I don't want to say like, I know what's best. So I kind of stay out of, that realm of things. But what I will say is that, Israel in this latest instance, we could talk about like a deeper, thing, which I think is fair. But like in the latest instance, it was like a lot of rockets going towards them. You're right. And they have an advantage in so many ways. I'm not like dispelling that, right? But like what are they to do, right? Shouldn't they get rid of the terrorists and ideally, of course, not hurt any innocent civilians because most Palestinians aren't saying bomb Israel.
Well, the thing is it's
But
complicated. This is.
how do you
It's
do
a.
it though?
Genocide
It's
isn't complicated.
Genocide
no,
is
no,
it's a really
it's
strict term
complicated.
for a
No, it is
nuanced
okay.
subject though.
It's
There's a
absolutely
long
complicated.
history of Israel taking land, the U.S. funding it. Even if you go back, there's a video of Joe Biden from years ago when he was just in Congress
Joe Biden said
talking
lots
about.
of shit.
Well, okay, but
He was also
he
very
was representing the U.S.
anti-black.
government.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't like him. Is my point.
Me
He was
neither.
saying that if Israel isn't doing it, then someone else will step up and do it, which is why they fund them. That was his whole explanation for why we fund Israel. So it's just us funding to have someone in the West over there,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
it's not
Where
complicated.
are you
It
going?
really
No, it's
isn't.
complicated.
It
No,
is
it's
complicated though. That's
You
where I'll
can't sit
disagree.
here. It's
There's a terrorist
complicated.
group and then killing innocent civilians, which is what they're doing.
Yes. And that's what
It's.
I'm saying. Maybe not everything
I
has
can't get a
gone.
word in.
All right,
Jesus
go ahead, Mike.
Christ!
Go ahead.
Shut the fuck up. What I'm trying to say is, it's not. I mean, it's complicated because we can't sit here as civilians and say, well, this is what's happening. This, and this, and this, and historically, this, and happened. See, the thing is it's a lot more complicated because no one's on the good side and no one's on the bad side. Where I stand is I don't support either groups. I mostly lean Palestinian because I have family who are Palestinian. But the West Bank is a different story in comparison to the Gaza Strip. Gaza Strip is obviously led by Hamas, which is deemed as a terrorist organization because they use terrorist tactics, blah, 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 whatever. I think Israelites are shitty, but I think Hamas is shitty. I think the fact that they're killing each other is inevitable, and I just think they're both on the wrong side of history, and there's no good and there's no right. It's like
That's
choose your
interesting.
poison. The thing is like how can you? It's politics. It's war. It's livelihood. How can you choose a right side? The people are getting killed, innocent
Yeah.
people on both sides. They're both
Mhm.
fucking assholes.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
really
I
hard to
understand
argue
that
that.
Yeah.
part.
I
Like, I think
I
you
like
made a
that
good
perspective.
point.
That's
But
why
at
I
the same
screamed shut
time,
up because I needed to
there's
shoehorn it in there.
I
I'm sorry.
know.
All right.
no. There's that makes sense. Like, I understand that. But at the same time, you can't say it's like an equally matched thing of innocents getting killed on the same
Oh no
side
no no
when.
no! By no means I'm not saying that. Hell no.
Okay.
Israel is like dominating.
Okay,
See,
yeah.
But
here's where sorry to interject just really quickly. One thing I don't get is like Holy Land, right? Like nobody gets right to land and like Jews don't like I know the Holocaust happened, but like Jews specifically,
I should have trunked.
you don't get to like have a safe haven that's like Jew inclusive only. Like
well, it's
this
complicated. Like
I know, but
I
like I come from Polish background.
but
You
the thing
know,
is
my
you guys think this is modern problems. This is like we're going back to Amun. Like
I
we're
know.
going back to like pharaohs.
Well,
Like
dude, you
it's
want to go?
complicated.
You want to go really
Yeah,
far
but
back?
that doesn't
Go
make it right.
look
Just
at
because it's
No,
like
it doesn't.
historically with the
Look
case doesn't mean
and
that we
like-
should keep upholding it.
and
Exactly,
look at
that's what-
Poland. Poland is literally the most war-torn area in the world over all of history. It's the middle of everything. It's where everybody conquers first. That's like how you conquer the world in that like region. Is you take over Poland first. That's why I'm not like white, Liz, but half of Poland is white. You never know. They're like translucent. That's like the middle of all the bullshit. Auschwitz, everything was in Poland. So like,
Yeah.
if we're gonna start saying people need protection because they've been fucked over, it should be people from Poland. If anybody.
But Poland still has a country. Where do the Jewish people go if they had no country
Yeah,
and they
Poland's
ran
pretty
out of
big.
all their stuff? And to be fair, in
And
the
it's
Middle
flat.
East,
Poland wasn't
in the
a
middle,
country
in
for
the,
the longest time,
in
only
the
until the
Middle East,
80s.
in the Middle East, the Jewish people are very unwanted. Like pretty much every country in the Middle East, like wants
Yeah, they don't like.
literally wants Jewish people dead. To be fair, so
That
like
is
Yeah.
true too.
they have
So-
some.
Well,
Like
the Middle
it
East
probably
is a
wasn't
different
smart to
area
just
for
like
sure.
throw them in the fucking area that was already occupied, but like it
Yeah.
already happened 80 some fucking years ago. So like
And
we kind of just have to deal with it now, right?
when your nation is tied to a religion, I think that there's a lot of big problems that stem from that. No,
But almost all the nations over there are tied to religions. That would be.
no, not the same way that Israel is tied.
Yeah,
It's
What do you
holy.
mean? What do you mean?
No,
Well,
you could say
apartheid
that
states are
America is
not-
Christian.
No. I'm
Right?
talking about like Iran, like
Uh.
like Iraq.
Well,
Do you think they're not Islamic?
They are.
well, of course they are, but I'm saying that like Israel is like the quintessential thing of it's like this is our holy land. It's written in an ancient text, and this is what other people are fighting about as well. So like yeah, there are definitely other nations too that adhere to that, but Israel's like the only Western country, so to speak, right? Who's got like a Western attitude and backing as well. It just falls into like a different tier for me. I might be wrong for that, but
well, I don't see.
it
This is
feels
where
like
I'm
the
getting at. Where
quintessential.
this
Yeah.
is where I'm getting at. Where I think they're genociding each other because like everyone fucking hates Jewish people down there. Everyone hates them down there, and they're both stuck
But-
together. So you have this
They
cultural
kind of hate them
aversion.
No,
everywhere.
I'm
dude.
not like super knowledgeable on like when it all started first, but I do know that Israel like kills way more people in Palestine than Hamas kills like Israeli people. But even if you want to go after like the people in Gaza for siding with Hamas as their own government figure, it's kind of all they have, you know? Like you can make the argument that the terrorism is wrong and you cannot support Hamas, but then you can also still realize that the people in Gaza have no other option than to just fall under the strongest, the only
The
option they really
majority
have.
population
Which
in
doesn't-
Gaza is women
which-
and children.
Yeah, and it
like,
doesn't
majority.
justify all the shit that happens, but it's like you can't like be like, oh, these civilians are bad people because look at who they allow to govern them.
No,
because
of
it's the-
course.
I don't- I mean,
like,
those
do
are the
you-
people that we
all
all
of you in
agree
here
are
complained
cool.
about Joe Biden and said like, I hate this guy, but he's your fucking president. Like,
I
whether
didn't
or not
vote
you
for
like
him.
it, that's how it happens,
Exactly.
right?
I don't think any.
I told you I'd rather
Uh,
have Trump.
I'm in a building that we need the number cruncher on.
Okay, come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think no one's complaining about the civilians. I think everybody feels bad for the civilians.
Yeah, so that's the point, though, is that
Well, it's
Israel has
like-
like a fully loaded U.S. government-funded military, and they're carpet bombing a really small
well,
Well,
area.
they're not carpet
And a-
bomb. No,
they are,
so
they
that's
are.
where no,
it's
that's where.
leveled.
Okay, here's
Yeah, I know. I know. Hold up, everybody, shut up! I gotta fucking get the word in. I haven't said. All right,
Okay.
Jesus Christ,
To
they're
be fair,
not.
that was the first thing I said this whole time.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, go ahead, dude.
I hear you. It is fucking definitely leveled. But the thing is there's this thing they did before they carpet bombed it. They did leaflets. They asked civilians to absolutely leave, and they're not doing the entire
okay.
Gaza Strip.
They
They're
told them to
doing-
go south, and then they bombed
Exactly.
the
But
south.
yeah, what's the point of leaflets if they
They're-
have
they're-
nowhere
they're
to
not-
go? You can't just
They
be like,
can't
oh,
leave.
wait.
No,
They're not
they're-
allowed to go to Egypt. They can't go to
They
Israel.
can't leave. I see what you did.
This is what I'm trying to get my word in. What I'm trying to tell you is that Israel is only in literally like 1/4 of Gaza right now. There's an insertion at the furthest northwest part of the Gaza Strip. They did leaflets, they've put out videos, and they've asked them to leave, and they know there's tunnels all over Gaza. And before they did bombing runs, they used roof knockers,
Most people don't know anything about roof knockers, but basically it's just a big explosion that is just very loud and it doesn't
Oh
destroy a
my
building.
fucking god.
So they use roof knockers first for like a week, and then they leveled the place because anyone who's in there at that point is going to fight because they announced that they were going there to fight. So if there's a civilian there, it's because they didn't want to leave, and we've warned you
wasn't-
for about
But,
It was not
about.
a week. It happened
realistically,
over the
how
span
many?
of a couple days. That is
Like,
not
Yeah,
all
true.
of Gaza-
I'm talking about the roof knockers.
Yeah,
mean,
that
dude, how
they
many?
started bombing almost immediately. That is not correct. And they also again have nowhere to go. Egypt
No, it
won't
is
accept
correct
them.
because
Israel
they
won't
roof
accept
knocked
The
them.
first.
Gaza Strip is like smaller than like the average city. It's like 100 square miles. Like, where are they gonna
Exactly.
go?
It's
dude?
tiny. And again, it's mostly
I
women and
just
children.
mentioned there's tunnels all over the Gaza Strip. Bombing
Okay,
is
and if
basically
they're
useless.
I teleport
Okay.
to Tankat again.
It's a good break.
So then why are they still bombing if Hamas could just hide in tunnels?
That's what almost military experts are asking. Like, what are actually America's pissed at Israel right now? Like, what the fuck are you
So why are
doing?
we still funding them?
Be-
Do
All
you
right.
agree?
I
Do you?
did-
Okay, hold on.
That's
Hold
where
on.
you and I agree. I don't fucking think we should be a part of those idiots anymore.
Do you agree with the propaganda that Israel is releasing?
There's an information war, obviously. There's a lot of propaganda on both sides. Some people
Yeah.
think like some people think is Hamas is like murdering babies and shit, and some people think Israel is murdering civilians
Well,
happily.
hold on.
It's
Hold
both
on.
false,
I
extremely
do
false.
believe that the murdering babies thing was proven to be the Israeli people. I think you can fact check me there, but I'm pretty
That
sure
is
it was
also
the-
correct. Israel was like, oh yeah, it wasn't us. And then the proof was released because obviously there's so much press in Gaza that it can be traced all back to Israel. And they were like, oh,
There
my
was like
bad.
a picture of a guy carrying his like decapitated baby or
Yeah,
something.
the one with the baby's body folded up. They had to
Yeah.
bring the baby up in pieces into the
There was like a whole
hospital.
deal over that, but I
Yes,
think
but that's how you fall to information war. Like I saw videos of Hamas guys walking like women with blood coming out of their assholes because they got raped
yeah, there was
severely.
that video of like they took that girl and like they like
Yeah,
fucked her up and
that's
like they were driving her on the back
propaganda.
of the truck and stuff.
No one knows if those are Israelites, if those are actual Hamas militants, if they're civil. No, like that's propaganda.
Yep.
I saw that and I was like, all right, obviously that woman did get raped, but I'm not gonna sit here and like make presumptions based off of my bias. I also saw a video of a woman broken in several pieces, and there was a bunch of people jumping on her, screaming "Allahu Akbar." It's fair to say that they're Muslims, but is that Hamas? Are those civilians? Who are these people?
Yeah, that is something we really need to be like cautious when we like absorb this news, right? Because there's obviously a lot of influence, and I think we all agree on this when it boils down, is that we can't trust everything from the Western side. We also can't trust everything from the other side, right?
Yeah, it's an information war,
So
100%.
the truth is going to come out eventually with more time, unfortunately. And
It's gonna
that's
be
going to
a while,
cost more
dude.
lives because of that. But if everybody knew, exactly what was going on at all times, it'd be a whole different story throughout history. But I do have an interesting question to pose to you guys. It's like, so a lot of reason why the death count is different, I might be wrong, but it's a thought I have, right? It might be because of Western support for Israel, right? They have the dome. What if that dome didn't exist and every single rocket that Hamas has ever sent through went through and hit? Like, would that change things for you guys?
Yeah, most definitely, because everyone would see that Hamas is most definitely a terrorist organization,
And that
there's
they
a lot of
definitely
civilians that have
aggress
just died.
more often. Maybe not with effectiveness, or it's
I think
futile,
that
right?
Actually, recently, I think there was a like big lull in activity. That's why the attack was so effective, was because they thought they literally thought they were like laying down and like becoming peaceful. Like despite against all
I
like
did hear things
against
about
all
like it was
literal
supposed to be
there was like the
peaceful.
Mossad had so many tips of the attack incoming. It was literally on the anniversary of the last like invasion. I forget the name of it, like the Russo whatever war, and they were just like ignoring all the tips because they literally thought they were like being complacent and peaceful because they hadn't been like an attack in a little bit, I believe, right?
Yeah, I
Are,
think
are
you're
you talking
right.
about Israel being
Before October
complacent?
7th. But before
Yeah.
October 7th, the Mossad thought that Hamas was being like really complacent, basically, and like they weren't gonna fight or like instigate shit.
Yeah. But I mean, what I'm saying is Israel got the Iron Dome because there were so many frequent rocket attacks, and they had this the funding and the backing. Obviously, we can argue about
Also,
that being right or wrong. I'm
I don't
just
know if you
saying.
guys know this. The day that October 7th happened, there was like a severe amount of like suicide bombings and drone bombings throughout the Western world, like military bases in Syria, military bases in Yemen,
I did not know that.
military. Oh yeah, like the second October 7th happened, a lot of like military bases, embassies just it started blowing up from drone fire and like
Wow.
shit like that. So the fact that like obviously Hamas is a terrorist organization, that's severely obvious, which is why most people are against them. But the thing that I'm trying to say is, hey, you guys, these people exist because the Israelites are literally fucking assholes. Like they're literally jerks. Like they've taken away these people's rights to some degree. But again,
To
no
some
one.
degree.
But we both have to look on both sides of the fence, like I'm trying to do here. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're also, again, like, the Israel government is not all of Israel. Their actions are not every Israeli person's actions.
Exactly.
that's
There's
fair.
many
Yes.
Israeli people who obviously want this to stop. They don't agree with that. There's also Israeli people who are, encouraging it. But
Yeah.
again, you can't,
Misguidedly, most likely, right?
yeah, you can't group the civilians with the actions of their government. And the same way you
Yeah.
can't group civilians with the actions of a terrorist organization. And it's just unfortunate that one is like a large military power and the other is a teeny tiny country that has,
Sticks and
I
stones,
mean, most,
man.
yeah,
Basically.
literally. And
Yeah.
again, their population is mostly women and children, and they're taking the brunt of everything. I mean, their
But
home is gone.
and we also need to remember the only people that have provided any kind of support in any facet of the imagination was Israel. Israel has the only
Did we
country
talk to
that
her?
has given
Yeah.
water to Gaza,
Okay. I'm in the last one.
and no one is accepting um uh I guess Hamas civilians as refugees. Isn't I think that's interesting. Like not Egypt, not Iran, not Iraq, no
I
one
don't.
is
Well, yeah,
accepting
no one would
refugees.
want to. Why would
So the only people who have given any kind of support to Gaza is literally Israel in the past decade.
they? We're finally done running around.
Thank God it took so long.
Yeah, it's tough, dude. So that's why I
That's
I
why I
don't.
said it's complicated. It
It's
really is
super
complicated.
complicated, I think.
Yes. When people say
That's
it's
why I
not,
can't
I
form
think
an
there's bias
opinion.
there. I mean, yeah, I don't want to form opinion. In my opinion, let them fight. Whoever fucking dies sucks to fucking suck. Like it's not my fucking.
There he is. Sucks to suck.
No, it is, dude. Like if you don't fucking pucker up, you're fucked. That's it. That's just how it works. If
What?
there's if there's more lions than there are other things, the lions will win, and then the lions write history, and then 1,000 years later, no one gives a shit, and the whole country's made of
But that's
lions.
Yep.
what Israel's been trying to do. They've been trying to eradicate the people in Gaza and the West Bank, and then leave
They're
their
just
people in.
hoping
And you can
everyone will
see
turn their eyes and not
you can see
care.
maps of like the like Israel settlements expanding in the last like 50 years.
And
Like
how
they've
much
cut
land
down
they've
like
been losing.
yeah, literally like 60% of the land that they had that like Palestinians in the West Bank had in like 1970 or something has just been like taken over by
Yeah, I
Israeli
think it's
settlement.
shitty. I don't know why they won't assimilate together. That's why I hate holy
Well, it's
wars.
because religions directly oppose each other.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
They
yeah.
need two states, and they each need their own state. That's what needs to happen.
Oh, I mean,
Any other solution involves straight up just genocide, pretty much.
well, they
Yeah,
can't have their
exactly.
own state. Where do we put the Jews? You know what I mean?
It would just
It's
be two states, so
Yeah,
it would
two
have to
separate
be.
states. It should not be a constant land battle. And I mean, we
I
shouldn't
say
be
we
funding a
displace the
constant
Jews.
land battle.
Personally,
It's not an argument of who to displace, though. That shouldn't be the outcome. We should just stop funding this and stop feeding into this. And
from an
I
American
call for the
perspective,
ceasefire.
yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. It's none of my business.
But it
I-
is.
I-
Your country's funding it.
No, it's none of my business. I don't care. I don't
Ugh,
care.
awful take.
No, I don't care. I don't have
That's
an
how
opinion.
to be on the wrong side of history, because if that's how people felt about the Holocaust, then there would be no Jewish people.
Ooh.
I think that
No.
Exactly, 100%. Because if the U.S. just didn't choose to go I mean, not just the U.S. obviously, but if those people were not liberated, and if everyone was just like, it's none of my business, okay, well, yeah, it's none of your business until it is your business. Because what happens if something happens to us? Then you'd call for people to assist you, wouldn't you?
See, the thing is the reason why I'd make it my business is because I wouldn't want Hamas coming to America. So therefore, I would fund Israel. That's where I don't agree with, because I don't like Israel. So I just choose to take 2 steps back and just let them kill each other. That's it. It's not my business. My ancestors come from Spain. Not there. Not there at all. I mean, I do have Palestinian family, but
Damn, these
they
guys
don't
are
live in
tanky.
Palestine.
Yeah, I know.
Ow.
But yeah, no, it's. I think we can all acknowledge it's at least a little complicated, right? And and I think that to each their
You
own,
should do
and
your dance.
I'm gonna do my dance.
and I think that there's
Nice dance.
Thank you.
a lot of repetition of weird historical things that we need to take into account as well. Anytime religion is involved, it's a big no-no for me. So it's not exclusively Israel or Palestine. I'm like, why are you guys doing this? But it's like, dude, whenever religion's involved, like, who wrote religion? Some ancient old asses who didn't know shit. They couldn't make the internet, They didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Why are we listening to them?
They're so bored, they had to find something to occupy their
Let's
time.
talk about God today in 2023. Like, God's different today, like, conceptually in every way.
All right. That fucking message I just sent you,
Yeah.
fucking huge alert. It is very violent.
All right. I'm not
It
gonna.
is literally a video.
I'll look at it after I'm recording.
Yeah, it's violent as shit. Like it's literally what I just said. It's a bunch of Muslims dude jumping on a
No,
girl
okay, you have to
who's
be.
in pieces.
Maybe it is
God.
once, but you have to be very wary with stuff like this because I bet you don't speak any Arabic languages, and a lot of it is reposted from like past wars and stuff, like all the time.
Yeah,
That shit will
constantly.
Or
happen.
Arma 3.
There's been so many things that have
Yeah,
been
or straight
debunked
up
that have
just
come
Arma
out where it's
3.
just
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
That's
it's like
my
an information
favorite.
war.
It's when it's straight up Arma 3. Dude,
Have you guys-
sometimes the Arma 3 clips be getting me too. That shit is realistic.
Have you guys seen the one where Hassan is like reporting
Yeah.
and he's like,
He's
"You
like,
guys see
"Oh,
the
shit, this
traces?
thing lit up."
You guys seen the traces out here? This is obviously a
Can you give
MiG
my dog
16
a
or some
big
bullshit."
smoochie?
oh yeah, of
He needs
course.
a couple more teeth.
Big kiss incoming.
Thank you. The multi-tune up things, they actually heal a lot if you're like only doing it on 1 or 2 people. Like you can hover it, it'll tell you how much it'll heal. It just divides it evenly among all.
Oh yeah, I
Lexi,
remember
stop
you
trying to
telling me that.
distract. Like,
She's teaching me. I just got a new tuna.
we could teach
Yeah,
the
yeah.
world about what we've been talking about. This has been a great conversation, guys.
Yeah.
I think that,
Nothing
like,
has been said that hasn't been said.
no.
Yeah,
We've
true.
been saying things that are actually a little bit deeper than a lot of the narratives you find on the news, man. Think about it.
Exactly. But no, yeah, because the news isn't supposed to be deep. It's supposed to be surface level, so you can keep you
Yeah, it's
engaged.
meant for.
That's why we should keep talking about it.
Yeah, I think it's important to people have diverse conversations,
Again.
but like
Maybe it'll do more damage this time.
the thing nowadays
I'm
is
out of
people get
horns.
severely offended if they hear something they don't agree with.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard to have a mature conversation with someone who
That gets
disagrees with you
anywhere deep, you
and
know.
then meet them in the middle to try and understand, because the point of a conversation is for you to listen to the other person and try and learn something,
No one's
even if
gonna
they
do
could be
that.
wrong.
Literally, no one's ever gonna change their mind because no one has the ability
Dude,
to admit that they're
I'm
wrong,
ha-
even if they are factually wrong.
you have no idea. I was about to say, like, I was listening to you guys wholeheartedly and being like absorbing that. Like I'm super interested in like forming an opinion on certain things. Like I don't always have an opinion or like a strong, deep seated like ideology that I'm behind. Like I'm an
That's
open
probably
book.
good if you don't know anything about it. You shouldn't if you don't know
Well,
anything
yeah,
about
exactly.
Yeah,
And that's
true.
where I'm like, I'm listening to you guys, and I'm like, oh, those are interesting ideas, and I point them out when I hear them, and
Yeah.
it's like that. That's what I love those dialogues because they're interesting to me, you know,
Mm.
and it's fun, like learning something new for me. It like I don't feel shame from being like, oh, maybe that was a stupid idea I thought of, like. I find joy in like gaining a different perspective that I couldn't have thought of without you guys telling me, right?
Yeah.
And
it. But that's not most people. Like,
I
no
know,
one's
but
ever, like
let's
99% of people
normalize
aren't
it,
gonna do
yeah?
that, right?
Let's normalize it.
But we're not gonna do nothing.
No, but you're right though. I think a lot of people have issues admitting when they're wrong, or like they'll come in with like preconceived notions on a topic that they don't know anything about, because they feel like they have to pick a side even if they like aren't fully
Yeah,
informed or have no interest in being
yeah,
informed. And then when they do engage in a conversation about it, then it's just like, no, this is the hill I'm dying on, even if you do
yeah.
present them with like a ton of information
Exactly.
that they did not have prior. And that sucks. That's like what I ran into in school a lot.
School is so toxic, dude.
Yeah, school is
Especially
rough
nowadays.
because they wanted to have those kinds of conversations, but then when like those conversations would start, they're like, "All right, let's keep it civil." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's like
So you
even if
want
it's
us to
like
have opinions, but just like not your,
yeah,
or we can't have anything that differs from your opinion.
even if it's
Sucks.
like somebody literally
I'm gonna
playing
lower.
devil's advocate or some
Oh,
shit.
Speak.
You can I'll lower
I
with
only have
you.
little horns.
Yeah,
Speak.
I only have
We're
whistles.
speaking. We're speaking.
In my
Speak.
opinion, I think it's cultural aversion. Like you put two opposite fucking religions next to each other, they're going to kill each other.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
especially
just
when they're
like,
so
I don't
intense.
care. Yeah, I feel like, in my opinion, um, I feel like it shouldn't be our business. We shouldn't like, we shouldn't condone this.
Then we
And
shouldn't fund it either, right? Right?
no,
Yeah.
no, no. That's literally kind of
Right?
that's where
Yeah,
I'm fucking at. I
I
don't
think I
like.
think
I
we all
don't
I
agree on that.
care
I
for it.
think we
I
all
don't
agree on
care.
that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
all
it's
agree
just
with it.
the thing that bothers me is just being so
Speak.
fast and loose about like caring about it, I
Well, I mean,
guess.
Yeah.
it's hard to care because I'm not fucking there. I'm not
Don't
there
But
at
they're
worry.
all.
human
Don't worry.
beings.
No one will care in 1 month. We'll move on
It's
to the
like the
next thing.
Ukraine thing all over again, where it's like, all right,
Yeah, I mean,
everyone just moved on. They're like, oh, this is still going on. I'm like, yeah, of course it is. This is like a historical conflict. This is not like it didn't just happen. This isn't new.
yeah, no.
Oh,
We
how
we
many
could have
people
been talking
are
about
in this building?
Yeah, there's a
Ukraine
lot.
if we did this conversation a few months earlier, for sure.
But that's the thing, you know what I mean? Like, it sucks because you'll have these arguments with people who are so opinionated, but then it is like, oh yeah, they don't care anymore
But
because, oh, this is
now
still
Yeah.
ongoing.
we can just pivot the conversation to people who are opinionated but talk about American politics.
Yeah, true.
Why
Oh
are you
no.
using speak, Mint Green Horse?
I'm out of
Aggressive.
speak. I spoke my ass off, dude.
Fresh out to speak highly loud.
Holy shit.
Honestly, this kind of looks like the back rooms. I'm not gonna lie.
I just think that the average person, right? They consume their media in probably one way,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
often when that happens, they get this very I want to say like they just get this very narrow view of the world, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're only hearing news from one source, and often it comes with the implication of like the other sources are bad, or so you'll hear it all the time. Like people, like my parents are like conservative, and anytime I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh, did
same.
you see this article?" and they're like, "Well, it's on CNN, so it's
Mm,
pointless. For
yeah.
like, why would I read anything on CNN? It's the
I fucking
commie
hate any
news network,
main
right?"
news media, Fox, CNN. I think they're both
Yeah.
just fucking horrible.
Okay, but that's no different realistically. You're just saying fuck
Yeah.
all news, like, but
Yeah.
that's not. I
Because
mean, like,
they're
news is
all
still
kind of the
important
same
at some point,
bullshit.
right?
It's
Like,
I don't.
you need to get your information about the world from somewhere, right?
He didn't
Yeah,
die.
it's not from mainstream sources. I don't
Yeah.
think
So
I
when
have to.
you okay, so you okay, deadass. So you're telling me right now you look everything up? Bullshit.
I have
Well,
to.
not-
I have to. I have to educate myself. I can't just watch someone else say something
Okay, what
and
do
then
you?
regurgitate that and be a responsible and adult. Are you kidding me?
I just don't believe you. What's the last
What
thing
the
you
fuck?
looked up?
I'm not gonna regurgitate someone else. I'm gonna
What's the
hear it
last
and then
thing? What's the
question it.
last thing you like deep dove on? What was it like?
What's that?
What was the last thing you looked up? Like you did a deep research on?
Both these conflicts that are happening, Ukraine and Israel.
Oh. Okay. Where did you go? What did you like Google stuff?
I looked up a lot of documentaries on the history of Israel and how it came to be the way it was,
Okay.
reinforcing some of the things I already knew and learning some new things that I didn't know.
But isn't watching a documentary just getting your news from the person who wrote the documentary, who could just be getting it from like CNN or something, like a main
I'm
news
not
outlet?
talking about mainstream documentaries either. I'm talking about like surfed people, let's say, these people who read these books and they spend hours reading these books to get this unbiased information and then relaying this information in like one video or grabbing an article source that gives its source so that way I can confirm it's unbiased as well.
Mike is the type to actually do this, Lexi. Like,
I do too. Like I like literally have to research shit for my like biochem stuff. It's just like interesting.
I don't go super deep. I watch some YouTube shorts and then I'm like, huh. I'll ask my friends about this, and here we are.
See, the thing is I go
So-
pretty deep with it,
So
but
what
the
did
thing
you like? What's one thing that you like went deep on? Do you remember? Because you like link me an article or something.
oh fuck no, I couldn't. This was forever ago.
But
I mean, I can
it happened
try. I can
2
try
months
right now.
ago at most. I mean, like.
Yeah, I Google a lot of shit. I'm a fucking engineer. Like it's gone. I'm gonna have to search for it again for you and then give it to you.
Do
Okay.
you remember like the documentary?
Yeah, do you remember?
No,
that?
I don't. I'd have to search through my YouTube history as well. These are like these
So
are
wait.
basically
You can like keyword Israel and then it'll show everything in your history.
Get it, Mike. Pull up the doc.
I need
No, because I'm
many
interested.
more.
Like
I
not
don't know
asking
why you
like as
guys
an
are questioning
aha.
me. Like I
I'm
can
not
question
questioning
you.
it. I just am interested
no,
in
no.
watching it if you have
But you
it.
guys are so I can see that I'm getting pushed
No.
into a corner here.
I don't
can
think
tell.
Liz is trying to push you into the corner. I
No,
think
I
she's
No,
genuinely
she
want
is.
to know.
She
What?
is. She is. Yes, she
Okay.
is.
No, Mike.
Well, then
she's
I'm
not
sorry.
like that.
I
She's
just-
you
not
can
like
literally
that.
search Israel and pick it up. I'm curious.
Because I actually wanted
but
to
you said
know.
you
But
wanted
why do you
it.
guys care? Because I have a difference of an opinion?
Do
Because
we
you were
have
just
a difference
talking
of an
about it.
opinion? We just
Yeah,
talked about
we-
it, and we ultimately came to the
We agree
conclusion
on
that
a
we
lot of
agree.
things, guys. Let's bring the defensiveness down on all sides, and let's just say that like I think we agree a lot more than we disagree, huh?
Correct.
Well, yeah. Israel's shit.
Wait, you just
Whoa, whoa,
Hamas is
whoa! Israel is the shit, right? Am I right,
No,
boys?
I don't like
Sorry,
Israel.
just a little joke I like to say.
I don't know. I think it's because of my position of like, if you don't, if you don't got a big stick, you're fucked. I think that's where there's a disconnect.
do you wanna just fight these on the street?
Yeah, I just had to get beans to get
Uh,
gags. I teleported.
I guess we need 10 fucking 3-story buildings, dude. We should just do
That's
buildings.
insane. Okay, I'm down.
Imagine
Can they
9/11
be
with
anywhere
10
where-
3-story buildings. They wouldn't know what to do. They'd
Okay, we
be
can go anywhere.
they'd be lost, dude. They'd be like, "Oh my
What is
god,
Hancock?
10 3-story
Okay, I'm
buildings?
coming.
Mr.
We-
Mint Blue Horse, teleport to Sandcat.
We don't have enough fucking planes for this."
Make sure you get gags before you teleport to Sandcat also.
Well, I think I'm
He shows up
gagging.
gagless.
oh no.
I'm
I
going.
think this
It's a
invasion's gonna run out
gagless
before I
run,
finish
dude.
my task. Oh, we got another lava one in Splatville. Nice.
That'd be really cool, dude, to see like a full gagless run.
There are. It's called an anti-Uber. It's you beat the game with the least XP possible, and you literally just run through and let everyone else carry you. It's funny.
Well, not as funny now that you said it's a thing already.
I was like, dang it.
I was like, dude, I was cooking something, I thought.
Oh,
you
you're
know?
on to something. Should I horn?
No, just
Or
use
like-
a weak one. We're not gonna kill him.
Okay.
I have to lure a couple more times for sure.
You're
Yeah.
killing it.
Because I'm like
Clem.
almost to the next level.
Just use it. That's what I was screaming at you before. I was just using it.
You think I'm paying attention? When we had that riveting conversation about a very fucking difficult thing to talk about.
I know. It
I
when
was
we were
just
watching the
pressing
movie.
buttons, girl.
It's when we were watching the movie. That's when I said. Or when I was
What
watching
the
the
fuck?
movie.
I think I missed a few fucking button presses, to be honest. I think there were times I probably timed us through it, and it worked out okay. So,
Did you get extra speak this time?
well, I loaded up on Speak as much as I reasonably could.
Well, you ran out last time. You didn't think maybe you
Yeah.
should get some more.
Well, I got as much Speak as I could afford,
No.
and the gags that I have. Like, hold on.
I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave.
Oh, big cheese.
I want to leave. I need
So-
more.
wants to
This another big. Oh,
Brandon's still here. Let's ask Brandon a question. So, Brandon,
Can you pie the cake the left guy? Cake the
Let's-
left
yeah.
let's talk about Normandy.
Okay. Talk about
Let's get
Normandy.
back into that.
What I think the Americans did, kind of fucked up.
How
He's just
so?
trying to stir the pot.
I think they should have left Germany and Europe alone. America, no business whatsoever.
Really? So if Germany takes, let's bring up some hypotheticals. Let's say
Okay.
the Nazis win.
Brandon,
Every
wait,
single battle.
hold
Be a
up,
better place.
hold up, stop, Brandon, are you fucking trolling?
No, not a doubt. He's
Are you
he's
fucking
super
trolling?
serious.
Not a doubt.
You hear this
did
guy, right?
nothing
He's
wrong.
fucking trolling.
I know. That's
Did nothing
He's
wrong.
let us go
trolling. I'm
down the road. It's gonna be
we're
funny.
We're not going down that fucking road, bro.
We've had too
Germany
much
did
seriousness.
nothing
We could have
wrong.
had a good laugh, dude. That would have
Oh
been
fuck
fun.
no, not me. I would have been like, what?
Germany did nothing wrong. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we
Yeah.
kept going. Why did we keep going?
You say?
Wait, we can get out.
Do you say?
Yeah, we can just leave.
You say Gimli did
how?
nothing wrong?
Oh,
dude?
oh, through the
It's
back. Oh.
Germany.
If we're Germany, I was gonna say Gimli, dude.
Especially that one guy with a really nice mustache. He did nothing wrong.
That'd be wild, dude. It's like we pivot to Lord of the Rings. Like, Gimli did nothing wrong. You want to hear about what Gimli did wrong?
That motherfucker fucking clearly threw his
Like,
axe into fucking multiple people's.
We
fucking
could
horns.
argue that Gimli allowed Lord of the Rings to become a long story. He could have quashed that shit way early on, you know?
I don't even.
Fucking for real, man.
I've never seen Lord of the
Oh.
Rings.
Okay.
That guy Gandalf, he's a piece of shit.
Dude, the worst. He's the worst antagonist
He
available.
fucking just brings out eagles whenever the fuck he wants.
How dare he abuse animals this way?
He literally could have ended the entire trilogy in just 30 minutes of flight time.
My favorite part of The Hobbit is how he just leaves and then he comes back at the most convenient moments and then he leaves again.
That's the same
Just
with
to
Lord
come
of the
back.
Rings.
Yeah.
This is Gandalf.
I'm like reading through The Hobbit again right now, and it's like what is it? It's like illustrated. So there's so many scenes of just Gandalf peeking through the trees, watching as like they're going through horrific, traumatic experiences.
Just
Oh, we
open
can
your
leave.
book.
We can leave.
Yeah, just open your book. And
Clam, no. Get
Don't
out
go
of
in the
there.
elevator. Do not get in the elevator.
Oh, we're running? Don't we lose all this?
Yeah, I need lava.
I'm going forward.
You're gonna die.
No, Clam's got it.
You're
You got
gonna
extra sound.
die! Oh, apple bottom jeans. Apple bottom jeans. Sorry.
Gandalf.
Dude,
I don't know. I need to go put some clothes in the wash. I need to like been rotting for a week.
yeah, rewash those.
I smell so fucking bad, dude. It's
You should
insane.
take a shower.
I should. I really
You're
should.
stinky.
I went out today, like this morning, and I feel like I smell bad.
Yeah, you probably fucking stink.
Got her.
You probably went to the bar and like some dude was looking at you. And he's like giving you a nice little smile, and then a little whiff of you came by. And he's like, "Oh,
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
it was nice to meet you. I gotta go.
Yep. This is.
My oven's on fire."
Yeah, I forgot. I left my oven on.
I just remembered though, thankfully.